Hey guys, real quick, I just want to tell you, if you're looking how to consistently breed $1,000 or more Axies, you found the right video for you. We're going to get into just how you breed high purity Axies successfully and earn those $1,000 plus Axies, but you need to watch the whole video because the real science behind this process happens in the second half of the video. All right, we'll see you there. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to AI on Crypto. We're here on a Friday night to bring you the play to earn content that you are looking for. We've been covering a lot of fun play to earn NFT blockchain games, and additionally, we're starting to get into that more collectible art side of NFTs as well. But as much as it is to research and learn about new projects, you cannot lose sight of the target, okay? And right now, nobody is bigger than Axie Infinity. So as fun as these other projects are that are popping up everywhere, you do yourself great risk to ignore Axie Infinity. And that is why throughout all these great games coming up, I am keeping a focus on my Axie breeding farm. And today we are going to do an egg reveal. We're going to morph 4 aquatic eggs into adults, and we're going to give you a little insight into how I'm going to prepare for my next breed. So get ready. Let's get ready for this Axie reveal. This is AI on Crypto. On this channel, we cover cryptocurrency prices and trends, altcoin gems, all the things on the blockchain that fill our bags to the max. We keep you far, far away from Wreck City. We pump out daily cryptocurrency content focusing on NFT, play to earn blockchain gaming, decentralized finance, and more. So if you're looking for that kind of content, please subscribe to the channel and tap that bell so you don't miss anything. And never forget that cryptocurrency is a very risky form of investment, especially these new play to earn games. They are so new, nobody really knows where it's going to go. But right now it's incredibly fun, and we're going to take a deep dive here into what the Axie breeding process is like. All right, everybody, we got a special guest with us today. This is the YouTuber known as Waffle Pod Pro Gamer, and he loves first-person shooter games and all kinds of stuff, but he loves Axies too. Today, he's going to be sitting in with us on the Axie reveal. He absolutely loves it when the eggs morph into adults. Waffle Pod, what are you hoping to see today out of our Axies?
All pure.
What kind of purities are we looking for?
100.
Whoa, 4 100s, that would be cool. What are some of the moves you want to see on your aquatics?
Maybe tail slap, risky fish, swift escape.
Those are some good ones. What about some finishing moves?
Star Shuriken and Hero's Bane.
Yep, those are some classic aquatics. So we're looking for high purity Axies, and we are looking for the good PvP moves. Now, guys, there's one thing that I've learned in breeding. I try to take advice from the people that do really well. So there's a guy named Whoop-de-Doo. He's a well-known Axie breeder, and he says that if you want to breed high purity Axies, you got to spend the money up front and get those bad recessive genes out of your gene pool. So what we've been doing over the last couple of weeks is we've really been investing in high quality, high purity Axies, and the breed that you're going to see today is a very high quality breed. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to this morphing. All right, guys, if you look onto the screen right now, you will see our modest little farm here. We have 10 Axies, 2 of which are in adult form, and 8 of which are in egg form. We've got 4 plant eggs, which we made 2 days ago, and we've got the 4 aquatic eggs right here, which are ready to morph today. Now, since I bred these eggs 5 days ago, I got these 2 high purity Axies right here. One is a 97%, the other is a 95%. My goal is to get my 2 best aquatics from this breed as long as they're 95% or above. I am looking for 2 aquatics 95% or above to pair with these 2 guys, which are 95 and 97. And when you do that, it should keep your chances of getting purebred Axies very, very high. So let's go ahead and reveal these eggs.
All right, so when to reveal them, we hit morph to adult, as we see we're doing here, and you can see if you hover your mouse over an Axie, you can see what the stats they have.
All right, what Waffle Pod was saying is that we have the Freak Axie extension, which you can see in my browser right here. Whenever you download this, it allows you to see the purity of your Axies. Then you can hover over the purity statistic and see all of their moves. It's a very important tool in breeding. All right, we've already got one.
Yes.
What is that purity there?
95.
All right, we got one winner chicken dinner. Purebred Axie, 95%. That is what we are looking for. Okay, guys, so the Axie eggs are starting to hatch, and we see 3 out of the 4 that are already revealed. The first one was a 95% pure right here. Let's check out its moves. Okay, so these are some classic PvP moves. Go ahead and tell the audience what these moves do.
So, Swift Escape is like, it's a decent card. Doesn't give you too much shield, but it does have good attack, and it will speed you up for 2 rounds when attacked. And we have Angry Lamb, devastating move. And then we have apply attack to this Axie when attacking Beast, Bug, or Mech, Clam / decent damage, regular shield, flanking smack, deal 120 damage if this Axie attacks first. It will do more damage if it's faster, so that's why it's only 100. Good shield.
Good analysis there, Waffle Pod. This is a good PvP, so this is a nice high purity Axie that will work very well in PvP. Let's go see if our other one is bred. And the other one has been revealed. The 4th Axie was revealed. What's that percentage?
96.
96%. And we got a koi tail.
That's a very good move.
Yes, that is a good midline aquatic if you're trying to run a PvP team with the aquatic as your midliner, because that is a move right there that will get your Axie energy with a tail slap. It's also a 0 energy card.
I told you.
The other day we were debating whether or not it was 0 energy, and the Waffle Pod knows his cards as usual. So guys, this was a very successful breed. We got 3 out of 4 pure 6 out of 6 Axies, all 3 above 90%, including 2 above 95%, which means I've got my next 2 breeders to go with these 2 guys right here. Now, these 2 guys are gonna be a decent fetch on the market. They're not going to get you what a 100% pure Axie would, but these will go for a decent penny. Let's check out our 91%er real quick and see what the moves are.
Alright, so we have these good cards. This is a good for PvP. Swift Escape, we went over there, gets you faster, does decent damage. Swallow, you can heal the Axie by damage inflicted. Regular damage, kinda good shield. Hero's Bane, very good finishing card.
And it's a range card.
Yes, and destroys the target's last stand, does decent damage and kinda good shield. Win over flanking smack, does more damage at the beginning. If you strike first, decent damage, decent shield.
Okay guys, yeah, this is actually a good Axie. I probably wouldn't use him to further my farm as a breeder, but this is a pure Axie and a heck of a PvP Axie if you ask me with his cards. He's got Navaga, which is the flanking smack, and all the moves that the Waffle Pod here just told you. So let's take a look at our other guy. So this is the one guy that wasn't a 6 out of 6 Axie, and it looks like he has the mouth of a reptile. He has a move called Kotaro. Kotaro Bite. Now here at the AI on Crypto Farm, we are not that familiar with reptiles. It has been a very long time since we've had a reptile on our team, and the only one we ever had nothing but plant moves.
Yes, it was like...
So what is this move right here as the mouth card?
Well, I've never really seen it, but let's just read what it does. Gain 1 energy if target is faster than this Axie. That's pretty good, I guess.
Well, being that he's an aquatic, there's only going to be a few that will be faster than him, like a bird or another aquatic that's faster.
Yeah.
But it's still good to have a card that can get you some energy.
Yes. Aqua Vitality is a healing card. Successful attacks restore 50 HP for each enemy part this Axie possesses.
And then of course we've got Clam Slash, which will raise your attack against beast, bug, or mech. So of course I'd rather have a pure Axie, but with this Kataro Bite, who knows? This might be a pretty interesting PvP build.
Yes.
Now guys, if you see what I'm talking about below, you can actually see the two parents that I used. And by using the Freak Axie extension, you see that they were a 95 and a 96%er. So when you play by those rules and you spend the money and you get a 95% or above Axie, you have a very high probability of getting at least 3 out of 4 pures, which is a successful breed each and every time. All right, Waffle Pod, thanks for the help, man. I'm going to show these guys how to use the Axie.zone app to pick the best breeding pair.
Okay.
All right, guys, that was fun. It's always fun to morph the eggs into adult and reveal those Axies. And you know what? What you guys just saw was one of the reasons why I love investing into crypto and NFTs and these blockchain games that not only provide my son and I fun, we have family fun with the Axies. He doesn't get that interested when I talk about Tesla stock or Amazon stock. But with Axie Infinity, the boy lights up and it really allows us to have some great bonding moments. All that being said, put the fun to the side. These Axies are a serious and legitimate asset class. And what you are seeing on my screen is little blue balls that represent $1,000 bills, y'all. A 96 pure PvP caliber aquatic Axie can easily fetch $1,200 or more on the market. And that is why we are not going to end this video just yet, because I'm going to show you a couple more steps that can help you expand your Axie farm if you're a breeder. So I mentioned that I only breed 95% or above purity Axies. That's because there's a profitability formula here that, if followed, can get you a great, profitable Axie Infinity business. You see, breeding Axies cost money. When you have a version 0 breed Axie, one that has just hatched, one that has never been bred before, it's not that expensive to breed your first Axie if both of your Axies are 0 breed virgin Axies. But once they've been bred the first time, that second breed is almost twice as expensive, and it doubles in cost each time you breed essentially, and an Axie can only be bred a maximum of 7 times. Most people only breed 3 times. I breed 4 times with my high purity Axies. So when you get really good results and your Axies are 6 out of 6 pure PvP caliber aquatic Axies or plant Axies or whatever you're breeding, well then that extra cost makes sense because you can go and sell that Axie for $1,000. I mean, there's still profitability there, and it allows you to do 4 breeds, which can help you expand your farm faster. You see, just a couple of weeks ago, I only had 4 Axies, and each time I breed, I'm doing these techniques, and my farm is slowly getting bigger and bigger until today it is what you see before you with 10 Axies, and I'm about to breed 8 more eggs. So let me tell you the mistake a lot of breeders make. They get a little bit short-sighted and short-term greedy. Let me explain what I mean. The 95%er that I bred and this 96%er here, those 2 Axies right there would get me the most as 0 breed Axies. If I put these on the market, each of these is going to get probably $300 more than the 91%er and possibly $600 or even more than this 80%er. So you get a lot more money if you're only judging it by how much money would you make if you sold each 4 Axie? Well, you're going to make a whole heck of a lot more by selling the 95 and the 96%er. Is that when you're starting out, you're all ambitious, you want to breed high purity Axies? Well, guess what? It's really expensive because number one, if you're getting started, that means you got to buy 2 high purity Axies. So that's like $2 grand right there. Then to do a 4 breed process with 2 Axies costs another $1,500 or so. So you're looking at probably a minimum $3,500 to get that first 4 breed off the tracks. If you're doing it right, you're getting 2 95% or above, you're breeding them 4 times, you're looking at maybe up to $4,000. And that is pretty painful, right? And then you have to wait 5 days for your eggs to mature. And we all know how fast-paced crypto is. You're looking at all these coins pumping. You're like, oh my goodness, I got to recoup my investment. the easiest way to do that is to sell the 96 and the 95 percenter. But if you tell yourself, you know what, I'll just breed this 91 percenter with a 95 I buy, that little difference in genetic quality can make a big impact in your breed. You see, if you're breeding 4 times, you basically have to have at least 2 Axies that are 6 out of 6 pure. Because at the current price of SLP and AXS, when you breed 2 Axies 4 times and they're both starting as 0 breed virgin Axies, it's about an average cost of about $400, $420 an Axie that you're spending. Well, if you're getting an average sell price of around $750, $800, well, that's great profit. You're making $400 per Axie. However, if you get a 91 percenter and you say to yourself, well, it's a pure Axie, 6 out of 6, it's got all blue fish traits on its dominant, I'll breed this one, it can't be that bad. Well, this little difference in probability, it actually allows for a scenario where you could literally get a 95 percenter off the market to breed with that 91 percenter, and if you just have a little bit of bad luck, you could wind up with 4 Axies that are none of which pure. And if you spend $400 an Axie, expecting that a few of them are going to be pure and that you're going to make some money off some high sales, and then they're all 4 mutts, well, guess what? You have to sell them at all at 0 breed just to make your money back. And then how do you expand your farm because your quality of the genetics has just gone down? That's the problem with trying to go for that quick buck by selling your highest product instead of selling your lowest. So what I'm going to do, guys, I bought these on the market as 0 breed Axies, so you know I spent a pretty penny on them, right? And I'm about to breed them with these 2, okay? I'm going to breed them 4 times. Then I'm going to sell these 2 as 4 breed Axies on the market. So that's going to be where I get my money for my next round of SLP and AXS for when I do my next round of breeding. As you can see in my inventory, I already have the SLP and AXS I need for my next 4 breed. Also, guys, I'm going to sell the 80 percenter and the 91 percenter. Between the 2 of them, I should probably get at least 0.5 to 0.6 Ethereum. So that's another $1,500 by selling these 2 here, 0 breed, along with the parents that I'm about to have after I do my next breed. And together, that's going to give me enough resources to continue my farm. Okay, guys, so when you look at these 4 that we're about to breed, how do we know which pair will be the best? Well, there is a tool for that. So we're already doing a lot of things to make sure we get high quality breeds. We've downloaded the free Axie extension onto our browser that allows us to see the statistics and the percentages of our Axies. We're making sure we stick to 95% or above on our breeding pairs. On top of all that we've already done, guys, there's one more tool you have to use if you're in high stakes Axie breeding. Go over to axie.zone and click on their breeding simulator. Once you're there, you have a screen where you can enter the Axie ID of your 2 Axies you're considering breeding, and you can do a probability of what the results will be. So let's take it my first 97% Axie that I got on the market. It is 309 9000. So we enter that here, 309 9000, and you can see that our Axie is going to pop up. So now I'm going to breed this with one of these 2 offspring. So I want to know which of these 2 will be the best pair with this 97 percenter. So first, let's try this 95% guy, which is 3237037. 3237037. Now we've got our 2 Axies here, and what I like to do is I like to hit this breed button here 10 times, and after looking at 10 random breeds, I get an idea of what the quality of the offspring will be. Okay, guys, I did the breeding simulator 10 times, and check this out. This is actually really insane. 9 out of 10 pure breed Axies. So this is clearly a really good breeding pair. We're very lucky. I'm expecting some big things out of this breed. Now, before I make my mind up, I do want to go ahead and check out these 2 Axies right here and see what their breeding probabilities equal out to make sure that I want to breed these 2. Okay, guys, so I've entered the 2 numbers of those other 2 Axies we have. This one here is a 96 percenter. This one here is a 95 percenter. And just like we did just now, we're going to hit the breed button 10 times and we're going to see what the results are. Okay, guys, these 2 right here were not near as good of a breeding pair when you actually look at this. only 4 out of the 10 are pure Axies. Each one of the other ones has a impurity. I redid it one more time, and on the second roll, 60% of them were pure. So 6 out of 10 on the second roll. Okay guys, so that is exactly why you should use the breeding simulator before you just jump to breeding. Because when you look at a 96%er and a 95%er, you're thinking to yourself, this is an automatic. But that breeding simulator will catch things that we don't. That's why it's very important that even if you have a 97 and a 97, there might be something with those recessive genes in those particular Axies that just don't mesh well and could get you a bad breed. And when you're spending $400 per Axie, you want there to be some wiggle room to make sure you keep profitability, right? Because at the end of the day, I have a lot of faith in Axie. I think this is just the beginning of Axie Infinity, but you never know when something this new could go south, right? We don't know that. So you want to have profit along the way. You want to be profitable, and you want to make sure you're not having a lot of breeds where you're breaking even or even losing money. And with a little bit of a bad mixture, you get 3 out of 4 that have impurities. That's how your farm starts going south pretty quickly. So now that I've done that, I actually don't know that I am going to breed this 95%er and the 96%er. What I might actually do is sell the 95%er and look for a better partner for this guy. But I'm definitely going to figure that out on my own time. All right, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you that watched this video here today. It means a lot to have each and every one of you in the community. If you haven't done it already, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell so you don't miss the future videos, and we'll catch you on the next one.